The opinions and views expressed in this video do not reflect the views of HTT Media Group. View
What's going on, everybody? It's 7 o'clock on a Thursday night. You know what that means. This is The Functional Gentleman. We are your hosts, Roy Gravis, Bucky Pender. What's up, Buck?
What's up, homie?
Oh, you know, living the dream.
You know what today is?
I do know what today is. Today's Thursday, and it's 7 o'clock. I just said that.
It's also draft day.
Oh, it is also draft day. I'm not going to lie, so we got the draft streaming right now, just
Yes, we
like
do.
because it's a pop culture thing with me.
Ooh, look at Booger.
Booger's got a nice suit on, and he's rocking the
good.
double. So he's rocking the double
Double
pocket square, which is fantastic, by the way.
What do you think about the violet fuchsia?
I think
magenta?
I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying
Looking good.
I'm actually
So,
trying to fiddle with my phone for a second.
see that.
So I'm trying to make sure we're doing this right. Okay,
I want to give a quick shout out to the good brother John behind the scenes tonight, helping us out. How's it going, brother John?
What's up, guys?
Everything.
How are y'all?
We are good to go.
So you introduced him.
I did.
Nice. I had that in my notes.
I couldn't let it go too long.
Just to let you know, I had that on.
Yeah, all right.
You did write
it down.
So you've got like 2 minutes to introduce the producer, or you're cut
Yeah,
off.
I got to dive right in.
First of all, I feel like I can't be cut off ever because you're the guy that agreed to give me a mic in an hour.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't have a closing time.
Yeah,
So
we
you
don't
can't
have
cut
a
off. No last call. Well, kind of.
That's
No last
exactly
call.
right. Exactly right. But
All
I
right,
mean,
so in the spirit, real quick,
in the
in
spirit,
the spirit of draft, what are your thoughts as I rock my Baker Mayfield #1 overall pick of the 2018 draft?
So first of all, Baker
Welcome
Mayfield
to
went to the
Jersey.
school that I can't stand, second to only Texas A&M, which is Oklahoma.
Still #1 in the draft.
He's still #1 in the draft. That's cool.
But I am rocking the jersey. So thoughts as we get into this and discuss what we see on the television tonight.
If you are
Jersey.
36 and under, I'm okay with you wearing a jersey from a kid that's 10 years younger than you are.
Coming in right underneath that number.
If you're 36 and older, no. Get you like a personalized jersey or just a team T-shirt or something like that. I mean, it's cool to rock around with your own name on the back of a jersey,
Right.
but not somebody else's.
Well, yeah, if I was a pro athlete, I'd probably do that anyway.
Yeah, I feel you would do that anyway.
All right. Well, that's understandable.
That is understandable.
So at the stadium, not at general public.
Si, senor.
Never in general public. I don't care how old you are.
Si, senor.
The jersey is not an outfit of choice.
Mucho gusto.
So,
So,
what you got?
I got the smoke of the week, or smoke of the night, whatever. So this is an Alec Bradley Max Nano. It is a 4-inch by 46 ring gauge cigar. And this one, I'm going to tell you right now, I think this by far is the most eclectic one I've done to date.
Big word alert.
And I'll tell you why. So looking at my notes, we're literally starting with a Nicaraguan Maduro wrapper, which is why it's that dark brown color.
Looks good. Pretty
The
good.
filler, are you ready for this?
Hit me.
The filler is Nicaraguan, Honduran, Colombian, and Mexican.
Fill me up, baby.
Okay, not only that, here's the interesting part with this. The binder is Costa Rican. I am literally all over South America right now, and I didn't have to get my passport stamped.
I feel like you got a whole lot of love for South America.
I do. South America's where it's at. Those guys know how to grow tobacco down there.
Yeah.
But it's a 4 on my scale, mine in Cigar International scale. It's a medium dark, so we're along the darker end. First puff, I guess. First third, as some people call it. It's a good woody. It's got a good woods to it.
It's got a good wood.
Yeah, it's got a good woody. That's gonna be a sound bite for an episode later.
Yeah.
It's good toast. It's got good toast, good spicing. You get a little bit of pepper off the first third. Really good to pair with a dark whiskey. I don't know how this is gonna work with what I'm drinking tonight, but we're gonna roll with it anyway because we're doing something different tonight.
We are.
My drink of the week. You notice we got 2 bottles on the table this week.
2 bottles.
Dos bottles, un alcohol, por favor.
What you got? You look like you got to say.
No, go ahead.
You
Go ahead.
got
I'm,
something?
All right.
So I'm going to start with my drink
Go
of the
ahead
week
on.
first. My drink of the week is, and I love to say this, so I'm going to pause for dramatic effect, Ardbeg.
yes.
Ardbeg Wee Beastie,
That is
which
so
is an
lame.
Isla Scotch. I'm so excited about Isla
Not
Scotches.
only did you say Ardberg like a pirate, But you also, the name of it is Wee Beastie.
Wee Beastie.
Like Wee, W-E-E, so small,
Right.
Beastie.
So I'm gonna give you a little
Is it
back.
not a cute little name?
It is a cute little name, but I promise you that thing's got a big bite, and I'll tell
Yeah?
you why when I go through my stats on it.
All right, let's hear it.
So first of all, it's a 5-year-old Scotch. Not bad.
No.
5-year-old, probably a good little blend. It is matured in both bourbon and sherry wine cask. So that's a good thing because you normally don't see that in Scotches. It's not done in both. It is 47.4% alcohol per volume, which for those of you at home that are doing math, it is 94.8 proof, which that is
That's a
almost a
weird number.
95 proof
It's weird that they
Liquor.
kind of chose that number to bottle it
right
at,
there in
because
front of us.
You know,
But
the
it
whole
is-
points
I'm
and
telling you right-
decimals.
So, can
you
we
got?
talk about how much Roy is a jerk? And I'll tell you why Roy's a jerk tonight. Let me tell you. So he buys. He buys this bottle of Ardbeg.
Yeah.
He brings it up here Monday.
I did.
If
First,
you-
It's been teasing you.
It's been sitting in a refrigerator.
first of all, that is false because I didn't pick it up until the day I had lunch with you and Adam Robbins, which, by the way, shout out to Adam Robbins because his birthday was
Yeah,
this
happy
week.
birthday, Adam. It was today before yesterday. The
Yes.
20. It's the 27th.
Is that why you were struggling so much on So Here's the Thing?
Yeah.
You just kind of looked a little antsy, like
No, I was
Struggling.
struggling so
I
much
think
on
you
So
weren't
Here's the
looking
Thing
at the camera. You were looking at the fridge.
because, contrary to popular belief, we are not election headquarters. That's why I was struggling on So Here's the Thing.
But we all encourage everybody to go out and vote,
Yes.
regardless of who your candidate or party affiliation is.
But anyway, so it's been in our refrigerator for a couple days. All right, and
I think it got in here
yeah.
Tuesday afternoon.
and I have wanted some so bad, and I'm about to go over there and grab
Please.
some.
Please,
I don't care.
by all means,
Come on with it.
Come on with it. I'll even pour it for you on air,
And we even
sir.
get to hear it one more time.
You get to hear it.
Oh, it didn't pop.
That
That's
the
like
first one
magic.
is always the best one.
The first one when it
Hello.
the first one when it came in, you could hear it over the
Yeah.
headphones, and it was just amazing.
It is. It's like an angel's kiss.
I'm probably gonna use that as a soundbite.
Angel's kiss or a
An
fairy's
angel's-
butthole. It just depends
Woo.
on which way you're going with
There you
it.
go.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm about to
So-
indulge myself.
So if y'all haven't noticed, we don't have a topic for this
We
week.
don't.
We're just going off the cut with whatever. So wait a minute.
Wait a
Since
minute.
you've had yours before I've had mine, give me your first impression.
So, it's very, as a Scotch person, I will tell you this: 1 to 5 scale on a Scotch, I'm giving it at least a 4.2.
Because you're a Scotch guy.
I am.
I did this in
Yes.
a sense, number one, to throw everybody off because it's been whiskey
Right.
all
Bourbon.
the time. Bourbon,
Forget
yes.
bourbon.
One
Yes.
bourbon. Same thing as whiskey.
One
Oh.
bourbon.
But
Do not disrespect.
we
bourbon.
kind of threw this curveball
Yeah.
with the Scotch thing.
Yes.
I'm not a Scotch guy,
not
so
either.
this is going to be like a real
I'm-
test for me and
I'm
my
curious.
palate.
To what you say.
I'm fixing to tell you
And
exactly.
while you do this,
so
I'm
you
gonna
talk
go ahead
while
and
I do
well,
this.
oh, okay. And first sip is done. Take it in, enjoy it, let it sit on the palate.
That's got some bite to it.
Yeah,
I now know why they call it Wee Beastie.
yeah.
It's good.
It's
It's-
a very soft at first,
It is.
and then it's just like bam. And it
Well,
hits
it's not just that. I get like so, and I know this is gonna be the weirdest analogy ever because I'm doing my hand like this. First of all, I get a little salty off the
Yes.
first rip. It's
Yes.
like seawater almost.
Yeah.
It makes you kind of. But once you get it past your uvula, which we've talked before, is
The
that
little dangly thing
that little punching bag thing in the back
in
of
the
your
back
throat?
of your throat, not the back of your
Once
pants.
you get past that, it opens up, and babe, I'm here to tell you right now, it has bite,
Mhm.
it has smoke, it literally, if that was a campfire in a glass, I think that's exactly where I'd be at, and I'm gonna do my other little test too that I showed
All right,
you. Do you
while
remember this one?
While you serenade them, I'm going to strip it down a little bit.
Oh please, if you have dollars, put it in right
Yes,
now because
we
he's
do
still
Yeah.
on air.
accept
But yeah,
Oh,
that
do me
is.
a favor. I know I don't ask you to do this often.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And that right there is why a lot of people don't drink Scotch,
Oh.
because it's a different baby altogether.
Hey, I'm
Yes,
telling
it's
you right
completely
now, so
different.
I'm not gonna lie. The only Scotch I've ever had before this is Glenlivet with you.
Hey, yeah.
So I've only had Scotch twice in my life, and I'm almost 40. We plug that every show, almost 40. But
All right,
that's
Or as I affectionately call it, Glen LeVay.
Glen LeVay. Yeah, you're real
Yeah.
picky
So
with the
I think
Glen
the only
LeVay.
Scotch I've ever tried was
Would you-
a Johnny Walker.
Would you like to
and
try that? 'Cause
I
know
don't
you're-
remember which label, because I know Johnny Walker goes by label. I don't remember which label, and it was the worst thing I've ever had.
Most people,
and I
it's
hate
probably
saying
Johnny
that
Walker.
as a whiskey drinker.
It's probably Johnny Walker Black. I'm not
Maybe.
gonna lie.
So I'm going to tell you, and this is the first for me too, because this is the first time I've had Scotch under 8 years.
Really.
So yeah,
So what's your?
I like it. I mean,
That's what I'm talking
if y'all don't
about.
want to drink it, I'll drink the whole bottle. So
That's
So-
what I'm
put it back
talking
in the
about.
refrigerator.
I knew the drink of the week coming in, so I did do a little bit of research. And something I read over and over again was the fact that Ardbeg with the Wee Beastie does not hide behind
First of all, it's Ardbeg,
Ardbeg. I'm
not
sorry,
Ardbeg.
I pronounced it wrong.
Look, I'll even let you read it. Beg.
Ardbeg.
Ardbeg.
So they don't hide behind anything with this. They
Yeah.
flat out say this is a 5-year.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of them, even with whiskeys, that don't put a number on it, and they just kind of say it's probably like a 7 or 8. But they don't hide behind that. They're flat out, here it is, it's a 5-year,
Mhm.
and they don't hide it behind anything other than the barrel, the 2 barrels like you talked about, that they put it in. Because a lot of scotches that I learned,
That would be the
They-
bourbon and sherry
right.
wine barrels.
Yeah.
they do a finishing barrel where they have certain flavor or profile that they immediately want that to finish in.
Well, and there's a reason for that. So a lot of people, especially a lot of Scotch drinkers, you know, I told you I'd never had below 8 year because a lot of Scotch drinkers, if it's below 8 year, they'll turn their nose up at it.
And that's what I think whenever I think
Yeah.
of Scotch drinker is you're very I can't think of the right word right now, but picky almost
Yes.
on what you will drink.
But let's just go ahead and let's crush the whole adage. Scotch drinkers aren't as fancy as you think. I'm a Scotch drinker.
And you ain't fancy.
I'm not fancy.
Mm.
Like
God.
I'm not gonna lie. That's
it's different.
It is
Yeah.
very different. It is very different. It's very enjoyable though. I'm not gonna lie to
Yeah.
you one bit. It's very enjoyable. So since we're just kind of
Yeah.
BSing, I guess, on this one.
Yeah.
I did a little list, and I
Uh-oh.
think you're gonna appreciate this one.
Okay.
Being as we're watching the draft and just BSing, I did my top 5 cigars in this draft order.
So are we going?
I'm gonna
in
start it
order,
with. I'm gonna start it with.
5 through 1?
I'm gonna start it with number 1.
Oh,
I'm gonna
so
go just like
first
the
round
draft.
pick.
My very first round draft pick. Like if I was to start a humidor,
You were the Jaguars, who are on the clock currently.
if I was the Jaguars and I was on the clock, I can
And
tell
they're
you right
taking way
now,
longer
in the
than
world
anybody
of
thought they would.
in the world of cigars, with the first pick in the 2020 cigar draft,
2021.
or 2021, sorry, 2021 cigar draft, Alec Bradley Magic Toast.
Okay.
By far, it's versatile. You can pair it with coffee or whiskey or bourbon. You could probably even pair it with that scotch. I'm not gonna lie.
Now
to you one bit.
these are based off cigars you've had, correct?
Yes, this
Okay.
is based off of everything. So what I did was I went back. So full disclosure on this, I went back and literally watched tape on every cigar that I've
Watch
smoked
tape,
on this
I like
show.
it.
So I mean, I did my draft homework. I
Yeah.
watched tape. I went back through reviews again. I remembered where I was at in the moment when I smoked it, how I smoked it, under the same conditions, all that, which is
Oh,
usually the
gosh.
same conditions consist of right outside the studio in the Pines before we go on air.
Yeah.
So,
Except for that first time, and we kind of got in trouble for that one.
Yeah.
well, yeah, that
everybody
and that
remembers
oddly
back
enough,
episode
you
1.
want me to tell you the funny thing about it? Oddly enough, that was the Magic Toast.
Yeah.
We got
So-
trouble for that one.
Second pick for me, Rocky Patel Grand Reserve.
Mm.
That Grand Reserve had a
That
good
is a good
flavor. The wrapper was good. The binder was all good. And I'm going to sound like a little bit of Homer, but this list is going to have some very, very similarities. Third pick, Rocky Patel Aged, Limited, and Rare.
Mm.
It was good. The only thing I didn't like about it, hey, shout out to Trevor Lawrence's fiance. I got distracted for a second because she literally hit the lottery. Especially if he does go
Yeah.
number 1, she just hit the lottery.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to her. So, age limited and rare, Rocky
That's
Patel.
a lot of adjectives for a cigar.
I know,
Age,
right? Age limited and rare.
and
Most people
rare.
call. I noticed this, so I did a little homework because I follow a few Facebook pages that do cigars. Most people refer to it as an ALR, just to shorten it up. Fourth pick, Alec Bradley, Connecticut. Just classic, light, good all-around smoke. You can pair it with anything because it's kind of like that breakfast blend coffee that we talked about. And oddly enough, with that, you're going to hear me say the same thing almost twice. My fifth pick, a Brickhouse, Connecticut. So the Brickhouse, it's a little more on the lower end. So a Brickhouse normally runs between $3 to $5 a stick.
Right.
The Alec Bradley runs about $5 to $7.
Right.
So in the terms of price, it's a little step down. But in terms of flavor, they're both really good cigars. You can pair them with just about anything. And that's my top 5, being as we're talking draft.
I like it.
So I just to let you know, I finally the Churchill that I had. I finally smoked it.
Okay.
So other people might like them, and I understand. And so maybe you could give them a little clarification on what a Churchill is before I.
So a Churchill basically is. Most people think it's a flavor.
Right.
Churchill is not a flavor. Churchill refers to as a size.
Right.
So
Like-
a Churchill, and the reason they're so famous is because Winston Churchill himself smoked a particular size
Right.
cigar in both
Giant?
length. No, it
Yeah.
was not just. It
Well,
was.
it was long.
Yeah,
it was
it was-
long.
That's
Yeah,
what
it's
I
long,
remember.
yeah.
I saw the photos where he's
Right.
got this.
It's a very long.
It was
cigar.
long. It was almost, so to compare it to modern terms, because I know there are some Churchills,
Right.
but it's almost length of a Lancero,
Right.
but not width.
Right.
So a Churchill's bigger than a Lancero, first of all, as far as gauge ring.
Right.
But both of them, I mean, you can't go wrong with either or
So
on sizing wise.
I tried it, and that honestly, it was a good smoke. But honestly, tell you the truth, that was the one thing that turned me off was the length of
Was
it.
the length
Yes.
a lot, and that messes with a lot of people, man. I'll be honest with you, the length of it. It messes with a lot of people because they almost feel that Virginia Slim vibe about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's a
Exactly.
really good comparison.
I mean,
That's
that's
what I
literally-
got out of it.
I personally, so I'm gonna tell you right now, the way I look at it, I stay between 4 and 6 inches in length.
Okay.
You saw this one when I lit it.
Yeah, it was a
it's
lot
a 4.
shorter.
That's a
than,
4-inch. Okay. Most everything else I've done has been around 6. The Brick House was about 5. I
Right.
think 5 1/4 maybe. It was some weird size. But for the most part, they're all around between 4 and 6 inches in length.
So I have a question. Number 4 and 5.
Yes.
They both had the word Connecticut.
So
What is
Connecticut.
the significance of Connecticut?
So okay. So just to show you at home, you see how dark this is? Connecticut's are a whole lot lighter.
Okay.
The wrapper itself, most of them are literally made with what is called a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, which oddly enough they do grow them in Connecticut.
That would make sense.
So, but they're not exclusive to Connecticut. You can grow them just about anywhere where
Right.
you've got decent climate. But it just refers to the fact that it's a blonder, lighter leaf on the outside.
Okay.
So, did I answer your question?
You did. That was
Okay,
that was
awesome.
very nice.
Outstanding.
I like your cute little notebook.
I know, my cute little notebook. So, did you come up with any kind of
Well,
top list or?
I was kind of curious in draft mode.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your number 1 draft pick for both a whiskey and then an overall liquor and or beer of choice?
Ooh. So I can tell you right now, beer-wise, I can answer it very easily. The good brother knows how I feel about this. There's nothing finer than a Shiner. I'm a
Okay.
typical Texan. I roll Shiner Bock.
Yeah.
Now we
That's
do,
just how I
we,
roll.
we agree on that, but what we don't agree on is I don't know if we agree on this or not, is the actual Shiner that is the best.
I go Bock.
Okay, you're just
So
an original
the
guy.
original
See,
Bach.
Now,
I'm a-
don't get me wrong. I do like the blonde. I do like their, I think it's sea salt and lime.
Their sea salt lime is
Their
good.
sea salt and lime is really good.
Yeah.
It kind of gives you that almost Corona vibe. Almost.
Almost.
But where we disagree is that strawberry blonde ale garbage that you try to pass
Strawberry
off.
Blonde is the best Shiner.
If you
Let
had
it
that,
out there.
Sounds so
It is so delicious.
So I'm gonna get real close and say this to where everybody at home understands me perfectly well. If you have to put a fruit other than a lime in your beer, you might as well throw that shit in the garbage.
Well, wait a
Flat
minute.
out.
Wait a minute.
Daryl Ferguson.
Blue Moon?
Blue Moon with
No.
an orange at the bottom.
Daryl Ferguson says Bush Latte.
Yeah.
Bush Light.
Yeah, if I'm a 16-year-old hiding it from my dad, yeah, Bush Latte all day long.
Or beer pong.
Or beer pong, yes.
I mean,
if you want to go on the cheap.
anything throwing like that type of stuff in, yeah.
Nah, you
all
gotta
day
use
long.
you gotta use Natty for the
Hey,
for the beer pong.
That's rough.
Hey, so speaking of DJ Ferguson or Daryl, is it Daryl or DJ? I get confused because it says Daryl on his.
Oh, it says Daryl here.
Okay, I know him as DJ. Shout out DJ Ferguson because DJ sent me a text the other day, and that text, you want to know what it had in it? It had this exact shirt that I'm wearing.
Yeah, he got him.
DJ
Shout
bought
out.
merch.
Buy
Congratulations.
FG merch.
He
Keith-
bought FG merch.
Keith says Bucky needs to pair that Monster Zero with that Liberty Vodka pronto.
You do need to pair that. It's
already
already
done.
paired.
It's already in the
It's
cup,
open.
bro.
It's already done. Keith's a little up. Wait, they're making the pick.
I did it pre-show.
Should we silence for the pick?
Oh, number 1 pick is in. And Roger Goodell's reading the card.
Let's see if it's no surprise.
Oh, surprise! Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor.
He looks super happy.
He
Wow.
looks super happy.
Wow.
He probably hadn't seen it
Wow.
yet. Wait for it.
Come
What is
on.
his? What
Give
is?
me-
Yeah,
okay,
there it is.
There it is.
What is this? I can't.
There
see
it is.
What does the
And
suit
not
look
only
like?
that, did you see the way she caressed his arm when he?
It's kind of a charcoal plain suit and jacket. He's got his pant legs rolled up with white tennis shoes on and just like a white T-shirt.
So what do you think about it? Being the first pick in the NFL draft, that dress code, what do you think?
I'm not. It's very classic. It's
It
very
is.
simple,
It's very simple.
and I like it because obviously from what we're seeing, he's at home. He is not in
Right.
Cleveland.
And if you think about it, if you watch the ones that hang out at the house, there's not very often that they're in suit. Like Baker Mayfield in
Right.
2018 was in a hoodie and some
Yeah.
black joggers. So I mean, there's not a whole lot of them that stay at the house and,
So wait
and
a
give
minute.
it any kind of
So
opportunity.
wait a minute. Did you notice what she did?
Who?
His fiance.
I did not. What
So not only that, when they announced it, so she caressed his arm, and then you automatically see her kind of do this smirk.
happened? She knows.
She's thinking in the back of her mind, I just won the damn lottery.
Adrian says she's a Lone Star fan.
Lone Star's good. I had a Lone Star in my Cheerios one time at college.
Or she says free beer is the best beer.
Free beer.
I can agree with
that. Wait a minute. If you got that, what is that?
Oh, the Jets have traded. No. Yes. The Jets have traded Sam Darnold. We're not going to do this all night.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kind of a
or-
surprise
yeah.
trade. Sam Darnold is officially no longer a Jet.
But it depends on who's giving you the free beer too, and that's one of the things. Like
If you got that, was it a Michelada? What's that stuff?
Michelada?
the Clamato, is that what you're talking about?
It's
the
something like it.
tomato juice
Yeah,
and a beer.
no,
yeah,
if you got
no.
that in beer, no, I ain't drinking free beer on that. You know, you ain't,
I'll bring my own.
Yeah,
Thanks.
hey, if it comes to that beer, you ain't drinking what I'm drinking, but you got that bitter beer face going on.
Yes.
I'm really
Yeah.
surprised nobody's shouted out a little bit of High Life.
So
I gotta.
I think one of our guys
but I got
watching
a-
actually is a
got
High
a
Life, and that
High
would
Life
be
kid.
your brother Josh.
yes.
Yes.
Are you a High Life fan?
I was. I went on a big High Life kick.
Okay.
Back in my younger days.
The champagne of beers.
Champagne of beers.
No, not even close.
All right, so number 1 draft pick for let's just say liquor.
A
Whether
liquor,
it's whiskey,
because I have
scotch,
specific
vodka.
categories. I went a little in depth on your list because I knew you was going to try to put me on the spot. I literally have an answer for anything you could throw at me right now.
All right,
so I'm
so
gonna throw one
where
that
you
you
got?
wouldn't throw.
What do you got?
My number 1, gin.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't see that coming at
You
all.
drink
did
gin?
I've drank gin. Gin and tonics are not bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
But it's to me,
Yeah.
it's either one or two ways, and I'm gonna go one first, and then for some reason, if that one was off the board,
Uh-huh.
I would go with my second one. First choice, Tanqueray all day long. Tanqueray gin, can't go wrong with it.
Okay.
If Tanqueray was not on the board, Bombay Sapphire.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm learning things
you're
about
amazed.
this man.
So I'm
I
gonna
am.
do you one better than that.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with my scotches. This is number 2 on my list,
Oh,
but
there's a number 1.
there is a number 1, and only because there's reference to it in a show called Parks and Rec with
Great
Ron
show.
Swanson. Lagavulin would be my number one draft choice.
Yeah.
Lagavulin has a
had
reputation. I've never had it, but
But
if
wait,
I was to have
can
it,
you officially draft it if you've never had it?
well, I mean, sure.
I've had it.
Half these guys have never played a pro game in their life, but they're getting drafted. I mean,
I've
think
had
about
it.
that.
I can tell you
It's
that
just
it
a
is number
guessing
one.
game. Is it?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
You're one of them there fancy
He's
Scotch
a
guys.
Scotch guy. I'm gonna hit your category.
What you got?
Vodkas.
I don't think you can do this one.
Oh, I do. Second choice. Are we going first choice or second choice first? I got confused.
I want number 1 overall draft pick for your vodka. I gotta hear it.
Tito's Vodka, Austin,
Holy
Texas.
moly! I do agree with you on that.
Number 1 pick. Number 2 pick, only because I think the bottle's cool. Crystal Skull.
Oh, that is a really cool bottle.
That is a cool bottle.
I've never had it.
I got to give him credit. Here's where it's going to get interesting.
Oh boy.
Tequila.
It always gets interesting.
Tequila. Yes, you heard me. Tequila. Dirty socks and water. But if I had to pick a first choice one, Patron Silver. Patron Silver,
Okay.
super ice cold. My wife even agrees with me on this, and she's not much of a tequila
So,
person either.
are ice cold, but are you taking just hit it with a shot, or are you one of those guys that can sip tequila?
I can sip tequila if I'm in
Or because I've done it, and I'm not a big tequila drinker. It's rough, but I've done just a little bit of ice, tequila, and then a splash of Sprite.
I've never had Sprite in my tequila.
Oh, so you're I got to read a comment.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently the Sam Darnold trade that we saw was actually an old trade from a few weeks ago, according to Justin.
Oh, thank you, Justin. Shout out Rolling on the Field, guys.
This is why
I
we
must
don't.
have
This
missed
is
it.
why we don't do sports.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I must have missed that
This
trade.
is why we're not a
Jeez
sport.
Louise.
This is why we're not a sports guys.
But so what? So silver Patron.
Patron Silver.
Patron
yes.
Silver.
Patron Silver.
I don't. If you watched, speaking of Rolling Stones, you watched last night. I'm not a big tequila guy. I don't really drink
Yeah.
a lot
Well,
of
yeah,
tequila.
that's because y'all had garage sale
That's not tequila.
mezcal.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
that's
not
not
tequila,
tequila, first
but-
of all.
But I did drink, and I wish I knew the name of it, but it was Blue Agave Tequila.
Mm.
And I
Okay.
did actually really like that one. Now I can't drink it because it makes me do things, but
That's what I'm
Tequila
talking
make her
about.
clothes fall off.
yeah, but
I'm all in for John doing things.
yeah.
I think that you're all in for John's clothes falling off.
I mean, if it makes for good TV.
Whoa. All right, so now,
That sounds like something he'd do on So Here's the Thing, just to kind of draw some ratings.
so I
I
got
mean, yeah.
So here's my next category. Brandy.
Your wife?
Brandy.
She,
No.
better, be,
Your
she
wife.
better be number 1.
No, I'm talking about the liquor, not my wife, because it's spelled differently. Brandy, the liquor, is spelled Brandy.
hmm
Brandy, my wife, Brandie. Yes, I said
There
IE. So, Hennessy.
I've never.
And I'll
had
tell you why. I'll tell you why. So, I went to Key West for a week on vacation. One of the coolest things I had was called an Incredible Hulk. Do you know how they make an Incredible Hulk?
I don't. Please
It is
inform us all.
It is Hennessy and Hypnotic, my friends. Yellow and blue make green for simple color wheel
Why
purposes
does that
alone.
sound like such a? I can't say bad time because it sounds like I wouldn't remember time.
I didn't remember. I got hit on by a drag queen outside the Green Parrot. I'm not gonna lie. Attractive until I saw the Adam's apple. Then it threw it all
So
off.
can I just say that I absolutely, I guess I'm not a man because I hate Hennessy.
I've never
Why?
tried it. I've always
It's
wanted
just
to.
way too strong. I'm not a big, like, I can drink any whiskey you put in front of me,
Yeah.
but Hennessy just got such a
Okay.
burn to it.
So
I
my second choice in that. What's your thoughts on Cavassier?
I do like Cavassier.
Okay.
See, that's two things mainly because I don't want to spend the money on it to try it. Because if I don't like it, then I've got a $40 bottle sitting there
But-
that I'm never gonna touch.
Every time I hear the word Cavassier,
You know what I think of?
What?
And you and I probably think of the same thing.
the ladies' man.
Oh yes, this is Leon Phelps, the
Yeah.
ladies' man.
This is the ladies' man.
Was your daddy a meat burglar? Because it looked like somebody done shoved 2 fine hams down the back of your pants.
Hey, that's for a little bit later. Hour.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, Tim Meadows in that movie cracks
Awesome.
me
Yeah.
up.
Oh, it's a lady.
Ooh, it's a lady.
lady?
Hello, lady. So now we're getting into my wheelhouse.
Yes.
Here's my
This
wheelhouse.
is what I was waiting
This
for.
is where we're all going to disagree.
All of
Whiskey.
us.
No, I don't think we are, because I did it kind of two ways. I did it on the premise of what I know
Okay.
and what I like.
So have you tried anything on this list before?
Yes, I've tried both on this.
Okay,
on this
because there was a
particular
couple that
list.
you haven't.
Yes, on this particular list, I have had both of these.
Okay.
I've had them several different ways, mixed, neat, whatever.
Let's
Yeah.
let's
and
start
I
with
can
two.
honestly say this:
Let's start with number 2.
Gentleman Jack,
As number 2?
number 2.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Gentleman Jack,
I mean,
number 2.
I do disagree, but I see why you'd say that.
I
It is a
said
good-
it just because of the fact that
Right.
you can do it's versatile
It's very versatile.
and you can find it anywhere.
Yeah, you can mix it. You can drink it neat. I mean, it's a great whiskey.
Number 1, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me with this, Angel's Envy.
I knew that was coming.
Angel's Envy, number 1 by far.
I knew it was coming.
I love the fact that it's aged in a ported wine barrel at that. It gives it a good smooth finish, being aged that way.
Justin said Ezra Brooks for the win. No,
Whoa.
we are not drinking any more Ezra Brooks.
I can't get. I'm short and I can't get that low
Yeah, I can't
on
either.
the
Ezra
on
Brooks.
the shelf.
And I'm not going to lie, so Bucky knows this about me. I almost started to put Fireball on this list,
Ooh,
but
we've
I
had
decided to stay away from anything flavored.
So, I'm gonna let Bucky give. What do you think, whiskey wise, dude?
my number 1.
Yeah.
Jack Daniels
Okay.
original.
Just the original number
Original.
7.
Only because I know that I can sit and drink.
Oh,
Do we have something?
is that your? So is that your brother?
That's my brother's fiance. Yes.
I am so proud of you right now.
Hey, you
Yes.
want me to tell you? You want me to
Yes,
tell you?
yes,
Let
yes.
me tell you the funny thing about that. So I'm gonna share
What did
the
he say? 'Cause
story.
I can't. We've got the draft going.
18-year-old Jameson.
18-year-old Jameson. So
That's
I'm
right.
Dang.
So I'm gonna tell you this
I
right
can't
now.
believe somebody actually agreed with you on that.
So he had a friend of his come by the house, and he has since moved into a new house, beautiful home. I was there over the weekend helping him move. Gorgeous place, good neighborhood, right there in the middle of Mount Bellevue, good school district, by far. Do you know what he got for a housewarming present?
18-year-old Jameson.
Do you know what happened to that 18-year-old Jameson?
It got drank.
Yes.
Yes. Because nobody hands anybody 18-year-old Jameson and it doesn't get drunk.
It was
That's
legit.
that's not how that works.
So that was going to be my question, because you hear 18-year-old,
Right.
and you immediately think, oh, well, that's fancy, or it's
So-
too nice. So is that one you have a sip here, and then in 3 months you have another sip, or can I just sit and me and you kill a bottle together and we're drunk off our ass within a few hours?
18-year-old? No, you're not gonna.
So wait a
you're
minute.
gonna-
I
you're
need
gonna
a
save it.
I need a clarification from your brother. So he literally put in the comments, Jim Beam, Red Stag, or Di Serrano. Is he asking me to choose one of those, or does he want to know my opinion on one of those?
I can. Yeah.
Crap.
Di Serrano. So I'm gonna admit, I actually like Di Serrano.
Di Serrano sours are good. Don't get me
Because
wrong. I can rock
to
a
me, Di
sour all day
Serrano
long.
tastes just like cherry Coke.
Keith Stone, you're more than welcome to come drink with us if you
Yes.
want. I see Keith Toller is watching. You're more than welcome to come
Hang out.
hang out with
'Cause
your
we've got some big Aaron Rodgers news that seems to be
Oh, he said opinion
Not-
on both.
not
opinion
anything
on both.
breaking
Okay.
yet, but he is forcing his way out
So
of Green
my
Bay.
opinion on Red Stag, I'll be honest, I don't know enough about it because I've never really drank
Crap.
it. Bucky's opinion is crap,
And I don't have Tourette's.
and he doesn't have Tourette's. Jim Beam, if you put me in a room with Jim Beam and Jack Daniels, I'm going Jack Daniels
All day.
by far.
No, don't you even.
No, don't you even.
Wait, because I'm telling you right now, if you put me in a room with Jim Beam or Jack Daniels and Jim Beam Devil's Cut, that's a whole different story. Because Jim Beam Devil's Cut, in my opinion, is way better than Jack Daniels.
No, but no, wait a minute. Which Jack Daniels? Because you went Devil's Cut on me.
I'm talking about
So
original.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
Well,
Jack
that's
Daniels,
different.
Jack Daniels
Yeah.
single barrel, smoked Devil Cut out of the water.
Gentlemen,
I mean,
Jack
not even
will
close.
smoke Devil's Cut out of
My
the water.
man, that's what I'm talking about.
But yeah, I think we all agree that Di Serrano is a good drink. I
Di
mean,
Serrano, I'm not gonna lie to you. Di Serrano sour.
yeah.
If I wanted just a mellow night,
Mm-hmm.
Di Serrano sour is what I'm going with.
Reading a good book or sitting in front of the fire.
Exactly.
Di Serrano's the way to go.
Di Serrano is. So I mean, shout out to Justin for that. That is a good. I hope that helped him on my opinion.
We might have to do some Di Serrano on the show.
Hey, I would not be as long as you got sour mix. I'm
Yeah.
not opposed to that.
We could
Yeah, I
do
can
that.
do it.
I'm not opposed to that
Write
at all.
that down.
Write that down.
Write that down.
But I do realize I missed something.
Oh, Justin
What
says
did
he's
you
not a fan of Devil's Cut. But you can buy a handle of it for like $20.
That's why nobody's a fan of it.
And it's really not bad.
I had
mean,
a really
for 20
good
bucks,
night with Jim Beam Devil's Cut one
I
time.
do.
So
Full
my
disclosure,
so
I
my
do have a
second-
bottle of Jim Beam at the house, but
you
it's
have the Astro
but
one,
it's
yeah.
a special edition
I've seen
Oh.
it.
released for the
Never been opened?
2017.
I
Never
won't-
been open.
I won't touch
2017
it.
World Series.
Yeah.
I won't drink out of it.
But it's in my house.
That's
I'd,
awesome.
I'd take a poo on it.
Ooh.
I don't like the Astros.
I got the.
Oh,
poo
yeah,
on
that's
me.
right.
I
You're
don't
not
like
an
the
Astros
Astros.
fan.
What did
You're-
you skip? 'Cause
he's
you
a
said-
Rangers
I skipped
fan.
my number 2 choice on tequila, actually.
Oh, what
Oh.
was it?
Cabo Wabo Blanco.
Never heard of it.
So Cabo Wabo is a liquor, and I normally shy away from this because I've said this on air before. Sammy Hagar's tequila is Cabo Wabo,
Oh.
if that tells you anything. But Cabo Wabo, Sammy Hagar actually knows what he's doing.
I was gonna say we've had this discussion.
I've heard Cabo Wabo before.
Yeah, Cabo Wabo
about
Blanco.
celebrity alcohols.
Yeah, but Sammy
Yeah.
Hagar's, man's got it down.
Bird Dog.
Now, granted, I have
Say
Bird Dog.
Bird Dog?
And Justin
Oh,
said
Bird Dog
Justin
whiskey.
said he's bringing
Oh.
Hennessy next week.
Oh,
Yeah, y'all can have all that.
Okay,
Right.
he's bringing him. I'm bringing. Is he going to sit in on our show next week and bring him?
I don't know.
'Cause, I mean,
Maybe
that
he
would be
will.
kind
With
of
it.
cool. I mean, we're good with that.
Maybe he will.
I like guests.
All right, let's see what else I got. So, being as we're watching the NFL draft, I'm going to run something by you. So, I'm going to need your favorite teams in both college and pro. And I have a surprise for you at the end of it because I actually did extra research. So, I'm going to let you start.
Overachiever. So the first one's real easy. Boomer Sooner.
Okay, that's his college. I get that one.
Now NFL is a little more complicated. I've
No,
been
it's
a,
not because your Texans are a dumpster
I've been,
fire.
I've been a Texans fan since they came back to Houston. Was it through and through? They're a complete dumpster fire right now. And surprise, surprise, the 49ers took Trey Lance. Not Matt Jones.
That means New Orleans may get
Yeah.
Matt Jones. I still have
I
hope.
don't know if he falls that far.
I didn't think Trey
so-
Lance was going to go that
Right.
high.
So NFL, as soon as Baker Mayfield was drafted, I turned to Dana and said, "Okay, we're Cleveland Browns fans now."
I'm surprised. He did.
and I've
I'm
been a Cleveland
surprised.
Brown fan since 2018.
I'm surprised he didn't turn to Dana and say, "Pack your bags, we're moving to Cleveland."
Yeah.
Nobody would have enjoyed that.
No, but you have a man crush on Baker
I
Mayfield.
do, and that's the only reason why. I will admit it. I have a huge man crush on Baker Mayfield. I've been a fan since he was in college. Just everything about the dude. Everybody hates him because of his personality. It's the number one reason I love him. So
Everybody,
I am a Browns fan for NFL.
everybody says that I need to just move because, I
So,
mean, I'm
to
all
where?
to Louisiana.
Oh,
I'm right there with you, buddy.
Because straight up, I am an LSU fan and I am a Saints fan.
I'm right there, buddy. I'm right there with you because if I'm pulling college, it's either one or two ways. I'm either hooking them, or in the words of Coach O, go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
I gotta rock LSU or Texas.
Yeah, and that's one thing I've always found. I wasn't ever sure about with you because I know you go both ways.
And
Yeah.
my pro. Did you really just do that? I'm gonna shave your beard. Just because I can. So my pro team, no big surprise, the New Orleans Saints. I liked them since the day they drafted Ricky Williams out of Texas. Yes, I said Ricky Williams out of Texas. You do the math on that one. It's been a long time.
So was that the reason though?
That was a real. that was a
Okay,
huge
so
ri-
you're kind of like
Hey,
him with the whole Cleveland thing.
Run,
It works.
run, Ricky, run, baby.
Okay,
Run, Ricky,
Well,
run.
it works.
I'm gonna do one
Smoke-
better
smoke
though.
Ricky Smoke.
And smoke Ricky Smoke too. We should put that on a shirt. I wonder if Ricky Williams would give
You
us
think we
part.
can go for that?
I think we have to consult him first, but I think
I'm
we
okay
can do
with
that.
He's
So I'm
probably
gonna
down.
surprise you. Here's my surprise.
Is there a secondary team?
No, but
No.
I have a favorite Canadian football team.
What?
Yes.
People watch Canadian football.
I watch
I
Canadian
don't.
football. I secretly watch Canadian football, and I can tell you what my team is: the Ottawa Red Blacks.
And-
If you have not looked them up, go
Wait.
ahead and break out Google.
Wait, their name is the Red Blacks.
Yes,
Red
What?
Blacks.
Ottawa.
What is a Red Black?
I don't know,
Looking it up.
but
Because you realize black is the absence of all color, and red is a very bright red.
their jerseys are legit. It almost looks like the Mean Machine jerseys from the Longest Yard.
yeah, the longest
Their
yard.
jerseys are legit.
That's pretty legit.
And not only that, their logo is an R with what looks like to be a buzzsaw blade around it.
I feel like we're going back to arena football at this
Hey,
point.
I'm not gonna
'Cause
lie, dude.
those things were funny.
You check that, good brother. I'm not
Or
calling
the-
you what your
or
brothers
the
call you.
XFL with the he hate me.
I would put that on the back of a shirt, actually. I'd put "they hate me" though, because that's probably true. Most people do hate me. So let's see. I covered this. So while I'm looking at my list,
Yeah.
you been listening to any kind of good music lately?
To be honest, no, not really.
Not really.
I've kind of, and I think this is the old man in me coming out. On my drive to and from work, I've been listening to a lot more talk show or talk radio and podcasts. I've kind of gotten away from music. Although, I mean, I'm a huge country fan.
What are you looking for?
So I looked it up, and the two possible things that I can figure out.
For Red Black?
So it could be the idea of it's a red black striped snake, or there is I'm sure it's not this one. It says a type of self-balancing binary search tree.
That's what it is.
Used in computer science.
That
I don't think
sounds
it's that.
Canadian. That sounds Canadian.
It's a process.
I don't know, but
Listen, guys, this is what we're naming our team. Eh? I'm sorry.
oh, Justin said Calgary Stampede is his favorite CFL team.
Calgary's not a bad one. Manziel, I think, played for the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Something along
Yes,
those
I said
lines.
Tiger
Why
Cats.
do they have so many weird names?
I don't
like
know.
why can't
It's
you
ca-
just
Their rules are
it's
weird
Canada.
too.
It's Canada.
Like
That's
they
all.
have dudes running around in the backfield before they say hut.
Let's just say it's Canada.
Jeez. What'd you call them?
Tiger Cats.
Tiger Cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
You realize that's an oxymoron.
It is an oxymoron.
This is
And
my
oddly
tiger
enough-
cat
And oddly enough,
cat.
when you look at their mascot,
as opposed to your tiger dog.
no, when you look at their mascot, it's just a tiger. I
Yeah.
don't know why they call it
Which
Tiger
is a
Cats.
cat.
It's crazy.
I'm so confused.
Anyways.
Anyways, so
So-
music-wise, I've been all
Yeah.
over the place this week. So I have literally, and I wrote it down in my notes too, I have listened to everything from J. Frank Wilson's Last Kiss, which Google that one if you don't know what that's about.
Okay.
But the good brother and I kind of had a discussion earlier in the week, or actually earlier today, not earlier in the week. Pearl Jam's cover of Last Kiss is better
Yes.
than J. Frank Wilson's original
Yes.
version.
Agreed.
I've listened to Volbeat this week.
What?
Been rocking some Guitar Gangsters and Cadillac Blood. Yeah, wrap your brain around that. That doesn't even make any sense.
A lot of what you're saying tonight doesn't make sense.
But the big one I found in the last couple of days, Fozzy. Yes, I said Fozzy, not Ozzy.
Oh, Justin said it's the Red Blacks just because the colors of the jersey.
Okay.
That's
thank
it. That's
thank
the
you
only
for the
reason.
clarification,
Well,
Justin.
But why did they have to go red blacks? Like
I don't know.
at least the Boston Red Sox are. It's a
At least they're not.
clothing-
At least they're not the Tiger Cats.
right. Yeah, I guess so. The Tiger Cats are probably #1 draft pick, worst name.
And I didn't. And so back to my thing about Fozzy. I did not realize this. Do you know who the front man for Fozzy is?
No, because I
Yeah.
don't know who Fozzy is.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Who?
AEW.
You made the list. Yeah, Jericho.
Jericho, Chris Jericho. Yeah.
So there's a professional
that's
wrestler
why
that has
y'all
a
know.
rock band.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
why y'all know.
Hey, if you ain't listened to Judas, I'm gonna recommend
it's
it.
a good song.
Judas is a good song. You'd like it.
See, you're throwing out all these crazy names, whereas
Well, I mean, I try to be. So I'm
Tiger
not gonna
Cats, Red
lie.
Blacks, Fozzy.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I
I don't know
secretly,
anymore.
when I go to bed at night, I strive to be like Ruling on the Field.
There you go.
Yes, I do. They talk about everything
Um,
from Old Crow Medicine Show to
um,
half the stuff they talk about I've never even heard of. So I
you wanna be
secretly
like those guys.
I want to be like Justin and Josh Marble.
That's an interesting.
There you
choice.
go.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
And all
Yeah.
67 Marble Brothers that
You
helped
should-
produce that show.
You should try to be like. So here's the thing.
Those guys are a bunch of tools. What are you talking about?
I mean, that show's so bad.
They don't have
David doesn't even
they don't
wanna
have
be a co-host.
backbone. Yeah, I know. David doesn't want to be the host. They
Sorry,
talk all the
sorry,
time, and you
John.
hear them in their little kid voice. Okay, they're like, "We're neutral. We don't pick on anybody." They have no backbone. I'm just gonna call it no backbone.
Mm.
You're gonna make him cry. Good
Well, you know what? Screw your feelings.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know you're on that show.
that's okay.
We don't have a fancy feelings.
No, we don't have a fancy feelings picture on
We just
here.
call it
Yeah.
as it
I
is.
mean, wait a minute.
I'm just saying that.
Guess we can
Well-
make one real quick.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm
You
good.
okay?
I'm gonna leave it alone.
All right.
I'm gonna let,
So.
you'll see something on. So here's the thing next week.
Oh.
I got you, bros.
So,
So I'm making a sign. Here's my feeling sign.
Yeah.
You know what it says? Feelings, ... No one cares.
probably true.
Yeah.
Mic check.
So my
Mic drop.
My
One
playlist.
finger. That's all it takes to end your show. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Is it one
that's
finger?
not cool.
So wait a minute. If one finger, wait a minute. So here's the thing, guys. Decided to grow a set while he's sitting behind the mic. One finger ends my show, correct? 25% ends your business.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, you
That's
pulled
true.
that card.
That's true.
Dang.
He got
Check
me.
that.
Yeah.
Now he's all depressed.
I'm just gonna stay back here and be quiet.
No,
The
we
rest
like
of
your
the
banner
show.
on this
Yeah,
show.
we
We actually call you a name that doesn't sound like a anatomy.
I mean,
But I will say my playlist recently has just been kind of basic with Luke Combs, Kane Brown.
why does everybody like that guy?
Kane
and
Brown's got some good stuff. I
Kane
mean,
Brown sucks.
I'm not
a
gonna lie.
whole lot of.
So, was it Used to Love You Sober?
Yep.
Very first song Kane Brown ever released.
Yep.
That's a good song.
Eh.
Luke Combs. I like Luke Combs. He represents fat guys all around the world.
He's
FTLC.
got a couple good
The
songs.
Hurricane, hey, the chicken Hurricane, she's kind of cute. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
lie. If you ain't never seen the video for Hurricane, she's
So
cute.
Kane,
Didn't you
Kane
say
Brown,
your wife's watching this show?
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. I said that chick was cute. My wife is hotter. the chick in that video.
See how he
Nice
how I did
save.
that?
Yeah.
See how I
Reel him
did
back
that?
in.
Mm-hmm.
So Kane Brown has a song called "Be Like That," and the Houston Astros have a pitcher with the last name Belak. So I sing that song every time he comes in.
Belak?
And I don't even mean to.
It
Yeah.
just kind of
It
happens.
just as he runs in, I'm like, sometimes it be like that. As
That's
he comes
funny.
In. Yeah.
That's too funny.
What else you got on your little?
Man, I'm all over the place on
I
this
see
list.
that.
Let's see. I've covered
Adrian,
cigars.
Adrian says ain't nobody listening to Kane Brown. I guess she's referring to women, saying we're looking at him.
Oh.
So
I mean,
I guess I've never actually
whatever
seen him.
helps.
Yeah.
So
I don't. It is what it is.
No, well, I mean that's a podcast that you can check out on Facebook.
that is.
They've also are on Spotify and all kind of cool stuff like that. Which oddly enough, we have some big news.
Yeah.
We're now on Spotify and stuff.
Absolutely.
A-Team finally showed up to the
And
party.
stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff.
And stuff.
You realize we have our own email now?
We do have our own.
We do
email.
have our own email. You wanna know what it is?
What is it?
I'm gonna drop it for you right now. So our email is functionyourway@gmail.com.
By the
You-
way,
you
what
want-
that means is that stop messaging HTT Soulsby. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm kidding. If you have stuff, I'll just
no,
send
but
it to them.
seriously, shoot us an email. Ask us questions. If you
Yeah.
got something on your mind that we need to talk about, shoot it over to us. If you're having issues in your life, shoot it over to us. Let us talk about it.
Justin agrees. Luke Combs is way sexier.
Oh, for sure.
He's
Hey,
repping that guy.
Fat Guy Nation.
That's
Yeah.
it.
We ought to put that on a shirt.
Fat Guy Nation.
Fat Guy Nation. I like it. I'm gonna write that down.
Write that down.
I'm not fat. I'm just more to love.
Let's see.
Fluffy.
Fat
Fluffy. Yeah.
Guy Nation.
Fat guy nation.
Shirt.
So yeah. But yeah. If
Done.
So.
It just made a list.
You just made the list.
You just made the list.
FunctionYourWay@gmail.com.
Yes, sir. All day long.
Yeah, so-
FunctionYourWay@gmail.com. And you can do everything from, I'm not going to lie, we will take your help. If you got a certain topic you want us to cover, if you got a birthday shout out, a bar mitzvah, a brisk, something.
A brisk?
You know what a brisk
Like
is?
Sweet tea?
No,
Yeah, that's
not
when they-
Lipton
never
brisk.
mind.
I'm talking about like a Jewish brisk.
I don't
Never
know.
mind. We're not gonna.
Anyways.
Let's just say it's something a lot of us get done when we're kids.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Infants, newborns. That
It's a
type stuff.
circumcision. Just say it's a circumcision.
Well, I was trying to clean
Yeah.
it up a little bit, but I mean, yeah, they cut the foreskin off.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that would be good at an advanced age.
No, it does. It actually no. We'll go and we'll talk about it later.
Kind of goes back to the thing.
He said we'll talk about
It kind of goes back to the thing about the turtleneck the guy was wearing earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of goes back to that.
Sir, your suit looks it looks familiar.
Wow.
Justin says
I think we officially went off the rails on
Yep.
this.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you get a BS session
Yeah.
going on.
We didn't-
next shirt
I
says
was-
Fat Guy Nation.
Fat Guy Nation.
Hey, I wrote it in the book. Fat Guy Nation's going to be on a shirt.
Yeah.
I'm in. I like it.
Absolutely.
I just got to figure out what we're going to use as a mascot for the Fat Guy
Ooh,
Nation.
I have a question.
Okay, question.
Because
Absolutely. I
What?
stole your line.
Absolutely.
God.
Oh, Justin says it's a bris, no K.
Oh.
I didn't
Well,
know that.
that's a Southeast Texas draw thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
A brisk
Okay.
is those teas that
Yeah,
you get
that's
at.
what I said.
Oh,
Sweet
did you?
tea?
Dude,
That's
okay.
brisk.
No lie though.
Where?
Last night I went to the store, and they have a new one. It's called like Blackberry Smash.
yeah, I had that one. It's actually really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
But
I talked to my uncle all the time about those. My uncle works for Pepsi. Shout out.
oh,
to,
are they the ones that do
Yeah.
that? Oh, okay.
Shout out to Pepsi Cola.
Justin said, "See, I'm functional."
I can be functional too, guys. Look at me.
Not very sportsy these days, but he's functional.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so
That's sarcasm for those of you who
Josh
haven't figured
says-
it out.
Josh says not a ton of Jewish families in Silsbee, I think. And then Adrian says, "Group, you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Group dude war session."
what?
Negative,
Oh.
Ghost Rider. I am not doing a dude war.
Ooh.
No.
How
you know
about
what that is, don't you?
no, yeah.
Okay.
How about a Guys of HTT Media calendar?
You're a damn genius. Damn it, Gump, you're a genius. I love it.
Do we have a fire truck that we can get?
Can
Like-
hey, we know people with fire trucks.
We do.
We know people with fire trucks. I like it.
Oh man.
The men of
I
H-
just found out how we're going to fund our business, guys.
You want to talk about going off the rails? This
So I'm
is
going
it.
to go ahead and request this. I need the month of October
Oh gosh.
and the month of February.
Well, I think all of us need to be in February because it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was.
Oh,
referring to the
Justin
fact
said
that
he's
my-
Mr. November. So
He can
he's
be
not-
Mr. November.
Okay.
Yeah, that went off.
I'm just,
that
I don't-
escalated
I'm just gonna
quickly.
keep
Josh
going
said he likes
because
it.
I'm gonna need
I
a
don't know
whole
if we're
lot
gonna-
more
That escalated
for us to
quickly.
even come close to a calendar.
Yes.
A
You're-
whole
yeah.
lot more.
You're going to have to do that whole bottle.
Yeah.
Like,
It's gonna have to go
I
all
think
the way
I'm good
down.
with it right now.
That's.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, does that count the fact that we kind of had to start over?
yeah.
What are we doing?
Okay.
It starts from the
What happened?
beginning.
I missed it. I was pouring.
He said he gave me the 10-minute sign.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
We only have 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
We've been doing
I-
it that long.
I feel like there's kind of favoritism because his brothers went over last night, didn't
They
they?
went like 45 minutes over.
Look.
Mm. So we have. That's good.
Mm.
So we have 10 minutes left. Let me ask you a question because I think everybody knows in the NFL brands are a big deal. You can't wear certain brands. You have to wear certain
Right.
brands, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, speaking of brands, there you go.
Speaking of brands, no, wait a minute, I can't use that when Pat McAfee does it. Dang it! I was fixing to drop it
Is
for the
there
brand.
a brand that you refuse to
As far as
So,
anything? So
I'm going to tell you right now, not to get political, but Nike.
mine. Okay,
I refuse to buy Nike
all right.
stuff.
Is
Mine.
it, so wait a minute, I'm gonna ask a stupid question. I think I know. Does it got to do with the whole Kaepernick thing?
No,
Okay, just checking.
it does not.
There's trash on the floor. What? Oh, I don't know. Hey, Jamar Chase's suit. Shout out
Hey.
to that.
Of course,
That
he's going
is-
to the Bengals.
That is majestic. Yeah,
Put him with Joe Burrow.
I feel like there's collusion on that one. Joe Burrow being the quarterback of the Bengals, and they just drafted Jamar
Yeah.
Chase.
You know why? Because they know what talent is.
That's a good looking
why.
suit, though. I ain't gonna lie.
It is a good looking suit.
That's a good looking suit.
Anyways, but yeah,
Alright,
I
so-
refuse Nike.
Oh look, wait a minute.
Nike.
He's even got some color in his pocket square.
It does.
I
And
didn't
he-
see that earlier.
And it has nothing to do with
Any
Kaepernick.
that stuff.
no.
So I mean, I figure with Nike though, I figured Nike would be up your alley because you're like a big Greek mythology guy.
So it's
As he huffs.
I like.
He's like, damn, he called me out.
No,
on it.
it's not that. It's that I respect the idea of where Nike came from, but their principles are just way out of line, and that's my big thing about them. And I'm not going to go because this isn't a political show or anything like that. I'm not going
Right,
to go
no,
into it,
We're
but that's just it. Like
yeah. That's your reason, and
I
you're
can
sticking to it.
I can respect your opinion.
Yeah.
As a
I mean,
gentleman, I can respect your
As
opinion.
Jamar Chase burns Texas.
You know what?
You got most. Sorry, that's not our line.
No, that's not that's not our line.
anyway. So what
Please-
about what about
ESPN? Please don't hit us with a cease and
Yeah.
desist.
what about you? Do you have
you
a brand?
a brand you refuse to purchase for any reason. It could be anything.
I refuse to purchase Fruit of the Loom.
Really?
I don't like the way it fits. I don't like the way
Interesting choice.
I just don't like the way it feels on me. Just don't.
Very
Can't rock.
interesting.
I'm a Hanes guy. If I'm gonna wear stuff like that,
Wait till I get my hands on you.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
Again,
mean, that's just
Sorry to Haynes, to
Yeah.
ESPN.
pour one out for Hanes and
Uh,
ESPN because,
They don't care. They haven't used that in like 15 years.
well, I mean,
Good point.
Yeah, it is what it is.
What about
So-
you, Mr. Bucky?
Samsung.
Really?
Yep.
Why Samsung?
It's like 90% of my house right now.
Personal choice.
Oh, okay.
Just I don't.
The washer
I don't
dryer,
know.
the dishwasher, TVs, Brady's phone.
Cause I think that's what started it was because I've looked at their TVs and for some just unknown reason I just can't bring myself to purchase anything Samsung, whether it's a
Now
TV,
keep in mind,
an
now
appliance.
keep in mind when I said TV. Funny story about my TV. We won it at a mobile little Christmas party.
Hey.
We didn't pay for this TV.
I still don't think I would want it in my house.
Justin says they refuse Bama jelly in their house, and I wonder why.
Just because it says Bama on it?
Probably.
Oh God.
Speaking of Bama,
Get that Smuckers.
Yeah, right.
No free ads.
No free ads.
No free ads.
Speaking of Bama, for some reason I guess that brought it up. I think that Jalen Waddle gets drafted before Heisman winning Devontae Smith.
There you go.
I think Justin said the same thing last night.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think he did.
I don't
I
remember.
think he did.
Josh says.
Which, by the way, I know we're kind of mixing in draft
a little
stuff,
bit of stuff.
but if you want a full draft breakdown,
Yes.
tune in to Ruling on the Field next week. Those guys are going to be on their game. They've got the analytics. They've got all the numbers to go with it. And Josh Marble makes literally one of the best outlines for a show I think I've ever seen in my life.
So speaking of Josh Marble, he asked your
Uh-oh.
opinion on something. He said, "What do you guys think about Greeny on the draft panel? I hate him. I'll hang up and listen."
I agree with.
Love the comment.
Is that Josh or Justin
Shout
that
out
said
Josh.
that?
Shout out Josh.
I agree with Josh 100%.
Yeah, that was the first thing Roy actually said is, what is he doing up there?
I would rather see, and I know this is going to pain some of you LSU people, I'd rather see Emmanuel Acho than Mike Greenberg.
Acho's
on the
blown
draft.
up this year.
Acho's
Or this past-
everywhere,
I guess this
dude.
past year.
Acho's everywhere. I saw him in a Lexus commercial the other day, and I was like, what in the actual world?
So after that, I do have something. Go back to the brands thing.
Yeah.
Because somebody here decided to take a picture this week
uh-huh.
about a certain type
Oh.
of shoe.
Ha.
And that's something we need to discuss real quick.
So
before the-
maybe I should amend mine because I won't buy Samsung, but I also won't buy Crocs.
That's where I thought you were going to go.
I
And
I
That's where
should
thought he
have.
was
I
gonna-
should have
That's where I
went
thought he was
straight
going
to
to go
that.
too.
But
I'll be honest, the Samsung
let's-
thing shocked me.
Let's go ahead and clear the air on this. I don't buy fake Crocs. Unless it has the Croc brand on it, I'm not buying it. Especially, as you call them, the great value brand
Yeah.
Crocs.
So
Now,
wait-
my wife does.
Everybody.
So wait a minute, I have a question.
Uh-oh.
If you were to get a pair of Crocs as a gift, would you wear them?
Don't do that.
Or would
to
you
me.
turn them
Please
down?
don't do
I've
that to
seen
me.
the look in his eyes.
Would you wear them
I'm
or would you
too
turn them
nice
down?
of a guy, so I don't. They would sit in the closet. I don't know.
So you would never wear them one time.
Secretly in my house, never walk outside so that Roy could see me as he drove by and be like, "Ah, told you."
What if you wear them and they change your life?
It's not happening. I can't do it. It's a fundamental, and now it's a pride thing.
Yeah, it's just
Because
a
now that I've
pride thing.
announced it to the world on Functional Gentlemen, I can never be seen in Crocs.
So just a segue to next week's episode. So next week we're talking about anniversaries. You want to take a wild guess where I'm going on my anniversary trip? I'm going to Galveston. I know my wife very well. You know where I'm going to end up at. I'm going to
Outlet
end
Mall.
up at the outlet mall.
And you know what store he's going to stop at?
The Croc store.
It hurts my heart every time you do it.
It's really going to hurt your heart when I show up the following week.
Because
I got to feel there's going to be something that's going to be
the Sunday before we came home.
placed on the table when
we
you
went
walk in.
to the outlet mall, and as we walked by, it is now a running joke. Even my wife said, "You want to go in the Croc store?" No, I do not want to go in the Croc
Shout
store.
out to Dana Pender on that one.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the Croc store? So,
Hey, look, speaking of, Jalen Waddle to the Dolphins.
Look at that, you called it.
I
And
did.
Justin called it too, by the way.
Justin did. Hey, good call on that one.
So being is we have 2 bottles of liquor. Are you dying?
Keep going.
I didn't hear.
Anyway,
Keep going.
We
2
have-
bottles of. Hey,
Yeah.
speaking of which, before you whatever, I don't know what you were gonna say.
Okay.
We do have 2 bottles of liquor, and you know the best place to purchase any bottles of liquor?
The bottle
The
shop.
Bottle Shop, right here in Silsbee, Texas, 102 Pine Plaza. The Bottle Shop will provide all of your draft day needs, whether that's a draft beer. You see what I did? there?
Draft beer, like it.
Or a liquor of your choice. The Bottle Shop.
Wait a minute, can I do this part? Because I love this part of the ad. The proof is in the bottle, not the sign.
Love it.
There you go. Also, go ahead and tell them because that Ardbeg was actually something
Oh,
that the
yeah.
bottle
Yes,
shop.
it was. So I
That's
literally,
a shout out. That's
like,
a-
I
Yeah.
literally, so Miss Jeannie Durr, I think I'm pronouncing her name right.
Yes.
Durr, Deer, however you pronounce
Durr,
it.
Durr.
Durr.
Miss
Thank you.
Jeannie.
Miss Jeannie at the bottle shop. So I walked in and looked at Miss Jeannie's scotch that she had, and I said, "Hey, do you take requests?" Kind of like I was at a karaoke bar, I
Yeah.
guess. She said, "Yeah, I can try to get you anything you want. What do you want?" I said, "Can I get a bottle of Ardbeg Wee Beastie? I'm going to do it on the show one night. I'm not a big scotch guy. Can you see what you can do?" So I literally, as I was leaving Tiger Hut from having birthday lunch with Adam Robbins, which is friends with John, the good brother,
It's a good brother.
I walked down to the bottle shop because, it's right there in the same area.
Right.
Miss Jeannie was sitting outside, and she said, "Hey, young man, what's going on?" I said, "Oh, I know you ain't talking about me, but I'm doing good." She goes, "I have your bottle." And I kind of looked at her, and I was like, "Well, you're a bottle shop. You have a lot of bottles." She's like, "No, sir. I have your particular bottle of Ardbeg." I was like, "Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Dang.
You do." So she kicked it in the clutch and got my bottle of Ardbeg. So they literally, when they say if they don't have it, they'll order it for you,
Yeah.
they will order it for you because that's where this one came from.
Yeah.
So, being is we're in the end of the show, and this one's been a little interesting.
It's
to
been
say
fun,
the
though.
least. It has
has
been
been
really
fun.
fun.
It's been very fun.
So, being is we have 2 bottles of liquor. I have 2 last shots.
Ooh, I
There
see
you
what
go.
he did
You
there.
see that? 2 last shots. Yeah, I
2?
know. Bless your heart. I don't love you because you're bright. But so my first last shot. Listen to understand, not just to reply. Last shot number 1.
Okay. I like that one.
Oh, that's good. Last shot number 2. Confidence is the best thing you can wear.
Ooh.
I like that.
I got goosebumps on that
Did
one.
you get goosebumps?
I got goosebumps.
I like
That's
it.
that's legit right there. So, as always, this has been the Functional Gentleman. We have been your hosts,
Roy Gravis.
and Bucky Pender. I feel like we did that backwards.
I like it.
It's a little different. It kind of,
Sometimes it feels good to say your name.
yeah, I guess, at the same time. But
As
like I said,
always.
as always, it's been fun. We've enjoyed it. We love the fact that we do this for the fans, our functional fans, as we put in every post we do with the hashtags. And as always, guys, function your way.
That's it.
Have a good night.
Have a
Enjoy
good
the
one,
draft. Again, if you want draft coverage,
Tune in.
tune in next week to the guys from Ruling on the Field. You can find anything we do on any HTT Media, which is their Facebook page. I mean, we have shows from, as much as it pains me to say this, the flagship show, which I feel like we're more the flagship now than the guys from So Here's the Thing.
Our flag
'cause
definitely flies higher.
it does fly higher. So you can check out So Here's the Thing. You can check out Ruling on the Field. You can check out Listen Closely with Miss Bobby Marvel. She is all things spooky and mysterious.
True crime, yeah.
True crime. You can check out Adam Nation and Trent Thames, or Timms, however he pronounces his name. It's a coon-ass thing. I don't understand it, but hey, it works.
Yep.
With it is what it is.
Yeah.
Until next week, guys, have a good one.
Y'all have a good one.